Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to Be Quranic. Today is Thursday. That means it's time for Tafseer Thursday. We're going to explore the Tafseer meaning and extract some actionable lessons to implement into our lives so that we can be more Quranic. Inshallah, today we'll look into Surah al-Waqi, ayah 41 until 57. And this series of ayat, we're going to be talking about Ashabu Shimal. We're going to be talking about the punishment for those people who refuse to believe in Allah and Yawmul Akhirah. Alright, before we go on into those ayats, let's just do a bit of a recap of Surah Al-Waqi'ah. What we've read so far is that Qiyamah is inevitable. It is certainly going to happen, either Waqa'atil Waqi'ah, when the incident happened. It is going to happen. And Allah says at that time, خَافِضَةٌ رَافِعَةٌ, Allah is going to elevate those who are lowered and lower those who are elevated. It means from a physical standpoint, the mountains are going to be just turned into rubble and dust. The seas are going to rise up like mountains. The stars are going to come crashing down. But on a metaphorical sense, if you are arrogant in this world, you think so highly of yourself, you will be debased on that day. And those who are humble before Allah, man tawadu'an, those who are tawadu', who are humble, Allah will rafa'ahu Allah will raise them. So that is one of the description of Yawm al-Qiyamah. And then Allah said, when it comes to the resurrection, humans are going to be divided into three groups. You've got Ashabul Maymana, those lucky ones, those who are going to receive their book with their right hand. Ashabul Mash'amah, the unlucky ones, those who are going to be receiving their books with their left hand. And then Allah says, وَالسَّابِقُونَ السَّابِقُونَ, those first and foremost. Then Allah went on to explain the reward for those people who are first and foremost. سَابِقُونَ السَّابِقُونَ, this is the higher level Jannah. And then the reward for Ashabul Yameen, the Jannah for people of the right. Not as great as Sabiqun, but it is still Jannah. And we ask that Allah make us from amongst those people who enjoy, who are grouped with Sabiqun. Although from a statistical point of view, Allah says, ثُلَّةٌ مِّنَ الْأَوَّلِينَ وَقَلِيلٌ مِّنَ الْآخِرِينَ. The bulk of Sabiqun, the first and foremost, come from the Sahaba. Not in terms of sheer numbers, but the percentage of the early generation were more dedicated to their religion, as opposed to people who come at the later times. But then there are more Muslims today than there were during the time of the Sahaba. So by sheer numbers, inshallah, there's great ample opportunity for us to be in the Sabiqun. If we don't get that, we ask that Allah includes us in the Ashabul Yameen, people who receive their books on the right. Alright, now, today we're going to look at Ashabul Shimal. Allah says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, وأصحاب الشمال ما أصحاب الشمال. And the people of the left, what a people of the left they are. What does this mean? It's an expression of ta'ajjub, expression of surprise. Not surprise, but amazement, like Ashabu Shimal, Ma Ashabu Shimal, the people of the left. What a wretched group of people are these people of the left. Ma Ashabu Shimal. Allah says, Fi Samumin wa Hamim. They are going to be in Samum and Hamim. What is Samum? Samum is the kind of dry air, dry wind, strong dry wind. It's so dry and hot that it cuts through your skin. It's uncomfortable. And then when you are already in that discomfort, you want some humidity, you want to cool down, you want some water. Allah says, alright, He'll give you water. Hamim. What is Hamim? Hamim is boiling water. So you either get something hot wind blowing, extremely hot wind blowing through you, or you get boiling water poured on top of you. So either way, it's not going to be a nice scene. في سموم وحميم وظل من يحموم. And there's going to be shade made from yahmum. Now, when you hear shade, you might think that this is something comfortable, especially if you live in Arabia, in the desert area. So the idea of having a shade is just amazing. And you want shade for coolness, for comfort. And also when you're walking in the desert, you have someone holding an umbrella, shading for you. That means you are a noble. You come from the noble family or someone that is rich. But now Allah says, this shade, min yahmum. It's from yahmum. What is yahmum? Yahmum is dark smoke, and so dark. The black smoke is so black. This is yahmum. And this reminds me, when I was growing up in Malaysia back then, there used to be times during the dry season. You will have forests, and then some plantation would burn, and then you'll have fires and so on, and you get smoke that travels depending on the direction of the wind that would get into the cities. And this is called haze. So in Malaysia, you're either hot or humid. It's both. It's hot and humid. So if it's cloudy, it's a nice day to go out. And when you see this haze, you think it's cloudy until you get out. It suffocates you. You can't breathe because people get sick. People with asthma just get really bad. So this is just haze, and it's not really black smoke, but yahmum, dhillim min yahmum is dark smoke that will suffocate you. So there's no respite from the punishment of Jahannam. You either get that dry, cutting, hot wind, or boiling water, and when you try and escape, you find dhil, you find some shade, it is going to suffocate you. And Allah says, La baridin wa la kareem. This shade is not going to give you coolness, it's not going to give you comfort, and it's not a mark of nobility. It's not going to add any honor to you. People are going to know. People get to see, like, man, that guy's in deep trouble. La baridin wa la kareem. إنهم كانوا قبل ذلك مترفين. These people, the أصحاب الشمال, كانوا, they in the past, قبل ذلك مترفين. They were mutraf. What is mutraf? Itraf is to exceed all boundaries. You're so rich, you're so powerful, you think you can do anything without any consequences. And this is why the punishment, ayat of punishment, becomes really important. Imagine if you've got a kid, a child, that is so spoiled. He gets everything that he wants from his parents, and he has everything already. He's got all the Legos that he wants. He's got all the video games that he wants. He's got all the ice cream that he wants. And then the parents say that, if you don't listen to me, if you don't stop hitting your sister, I'm not going to buy you any more video games. And this kid will say, I've got all the video games already. It's not going to scare me. It's not going to deter me from annoying my sister because I've already got everything. So reward is not going to, the absence of reward is not going to motivate such a person. But then the dad says that, I'll be a stick. The kid may go like, all right, I'm going to behave myself. So in this world, there are people that are just so rich and powerful. They think that they can do anything and everything. And because of their wealth and because of their power, no one can harm them. No one can do anything to them. Just take a look at the reality of the world today. Look at America, for instance, or look at Israel, the closest example. They've been killing more than 50,000 people. Any consequences to them? No. Look at America, been bombing countries around the world for decades since World War II. You have South Korea, you have Vietnam, then you have Afghanistan, you have Iraq. Iraq clearly is an illegal invasion. Donald Rumsfeld died. He was given the honor of a statesman.